Can you imagine a single man stealing $20 million and remaining hidden in a bank vault for 27 hours? Our tale begins with Albert Spaggiari, the mastermind behind what some have called the heist of the century. This French thief, born in the heart of Nice, was no stranger to a life of crime. From a young age, Spaggiari found himself entangled in a web of criminal activities, his exploits stretching from the First Indochina War to the secret armed organization. But it was his audacious plan to rob the Société Générale Bank that would etch his name into the annals of criminal history. Spaggiari, with an audacity that was both brazen and brilliant, decided to dig a tunnel. Yes, you heard that right. A tunnel that would stretch from the dank and grimy sewers of Nice right into the heart of the bank vault. A daring plan that was as audacious as it was ingenious. Can you imagine the meticulous planning, the precise execution, the sheer grit that it would take to carry out such a feat? Each stroke of the pickaxe, each shovel of dirt, brought Spaggiari closer to his goal. The vault, with its promise of riches beyond belief, beckoned him from the end of that tunnel. His plan wasn't just about the heist, though. It was about the thrill, the challenge, the audacity of it all. It was about proving that he could outsmart the system, that he could pull off the impossible. It was about the rush, the adrenaline, the intoxicating allure of the forbidden. And so, as the tunnel neared completion, the world remained blissfully unaware of the storm that was brewing beneath the streets of Nice, unaware of the audacious plan that was about to unfold, unaware that the biggest bank robbery in history was about to take place. As the tunnel neared completion, little did the world know that the biggest bank robbery was about to take place. As the clock ticked, the plan was set into motion. Albert Spaggiari and his gang had meticulously planned for this moment, a daring heist straight out of a Hollywood script. But this was no silver screen fantasy. This was real life, and the stakes were incredibly high. The gang had spent months preparing for this, digging a tunnel from the sewers and right into the heart of the Société Générale Bank in Nice, France. They emerged from the earth like specters, hidden from the world above, in the vault of the bank. For 27 long hours, they worked in the vault, a silence filled only by the rustling of papers and the clink of money and valuables. They were stealing an estimated 30 to 100 million francs worth of money, securities, and valuables. To put this into perspective, that's an estimated $10 million. An unimaginable sum, and one that would make this the largest bank robbery of its time. This was not an act of impulse. It was a testament to audacity and meticulous planning. Every move was calculated, every risk was considered. They moved with the precision of a surgeon and the stealth of a predator. They worked tirelessly, the adrenaline pumping through their veins keeping them awake and focused. Time was both their ally and their enemy. Every second that passed brought them closer to their goal, but also closer to being discovered. They had to be quick, yet careful. One mistake could lead to their downfall, and then, just as swiftly as they had entered, they were gone. The vault, once filled with riches, was now empty. The only evidence of their presence was the absence of the bank's wealth. With the vault empty and their pockets full, they disappeared into the night, leaving behind a stunned world. In the aftermath of the heist, the world was left stunned, and the authorities were left scrambling. The audacity of the crime, the meticulous planning, the sheer scale of it all, left people in disbelief. A vault, once brimming with the wealth of countless individuals, was now empty. The city of Nice, usually known for its tranquil beaches and vibrant festivals, had become the epicenter of an international sensation overnight. As the shock started to dissipate, it gave way to a flurry of questions. How could such a heist have occurred under the noses of the authorities? How could a group of thieves manage to burrow their way into one of the most secure vaults in the country? But the most pressing question of all was, where was Albert Spaggiari and his gang? The French authorities, with the aid of Interpol, launched a massive manhunt. The sewers, the site of Spaggiari's ingenious entry, became the focus of their investigation. However, the labyrinthine network of tunnels proved to be a challenge. The gang had left no stone unturned in their escape, erasing their tracks with an efficiency that matched their audacious heist. As days turned into weeks, the trail grew cold. Yet the authorities remained relentless in their pursuit. They interviewed hundreds of witnesses, followed countless leads, and even offered hefty rewards for any information leading to Spaggiari and his gang. Yet even with the world's eyes on them, the gang remained elusive. Spaggiari, the mastermind behind the heist, had seemingly vanished into thin air. Despite the best efforts of the authorities, the man who had orchestrated one of the largest bank robberies in history remained free. The stolen fortune, the whereabouts of the gang, and the mystery of their escape remained unsolved. Despite the best efforts of the authorities, Spaggiari remained elusive. The world was left to wonder, where was the man who had dared to steal from a bank and lived to tell the tale? The aftermath of the heist was a testament to the audacity of the crime and the cunning of its perpetrators. The story of Albert Spaggiari serves as a grim reminder that sometimes, even the most secure vaults can be breached, and the most notorious criminals can slip through the fingers of justice. Eventually the law caught up with Spaggiari, but he had one more trick up his sleeve. After the audacious heist, Albert Spaggiari was captured and put on trial for his brazen act. His capture was the result of an unforeseen betrayal, a twist in the tale that saw one of his own gang members turn him in. Yet Spaggiari, a man of many surprises, was far from finished. As the courtroom buzzed with anticipation, Spaggiari sat calmly, awaiting his fate. The courtroom was filled with the hum of whispered speculation and the rustle of papers. The jury, the judge, the spectators, all watched the man who had brazenly defied the law and won, if only for a while. Then, in a moment that would go down in history, Spaggiari seized his chance. As the judge read through the case files, Spaggiari, with a swift leap, jumped out of a window onto a waiting motorcycle. Before anyone could react, he was gone, leaving behind a stunned courtroom and a sensational headline for tomorrow's papers. This daring escape set off one of the most extensive manhunts in French history. Police forces were mobilized, international warrants were issued, and every possible lead was followed. Yet despite their best efforts, Spaggiari remained elusive. It was as if he had disappeared into thin air, leaving no trace behind. Theories abounded about his whereabouts. Some believed he was hiding in South America, others thought he had returned to his old haunts in Nice. Yet, all these were mere speculations. For the man who had stolen millions and escaped from a courtroom remained a mystery. It was the perfect end to a story that had gripped the nation, a tale of audacity, cunning, and intrigue. Spaggiari had become more than a criminal. He was a symbol of defiance, a man who dared to challenge the system and for a while, won. In a twist befitting a Hollywood movie, Spaggiari vanished, never to be seen again. His legend lives on, a reminder of the man who pulled off one of the largest bank robberies in history and disappeared without a trace. His story, like the man himself, remains elusive and captivating, a mystery yet to be solved. Spaggiari's audacious heist left an indelible mark on the world of crime. Albert Spaggiari, the mastermind behind one of the most successful bank robberies in history, became a figure of intrigue and mystery, his audacious act becoming the stuff of legend. The impact of Spaggiari's heist went far beyond the immediate crime. His daring escapade inspired storytellers around the globe, leading to numerous books and films attempting to capture the excitement, the suspense, and the sheer audacity of his remarkable deed. These tales have painted a vivid picture of a man who dared to defy the system, who dared to dream big, and who dared to pull off the impossible. The intrigue surrounding Spaggiari didn't stop there. Speculation about his connections with the Chilean secret police added another layer of mystery to his already enigmatic persona. Was he just a thief, or was there more to his story? These unanswered questions have only served to fuel the legend of Spaggiari, making him an enduring figure in the annals of crime. And then, there's his mysterious death, shrouded in uncertainty. Some say it was an accident, others argue it was a well-orchestrated exit by a man who had always been one step ahead. The truth remains elusive, just like Spaggiari himself, adding another chapter to the legend that continues to fascinate crime enthusiasts worldwide. So what is the legacy of Albert Spaggiari? It's a legacy of audacity and intrigue, a legacy that has inspired countless stories and sparked endless speculation. It's a legacy that has turned a man into a myth, a thief into a legend. The man may have disappeared, but the legend of Albert Spaggiari and his audacious heist lives on. His name has become synonymous with daring, audacity, and mystery, and his story continues to captivate the world, making him a timeless figure in the world of crime.